Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me. Let's walk the talk.
Welcome back, Tabitha.
Yes.
We were on multiple choices.
Yes,
multiple issues
Yes.
that these people go through.
Yes.
And we've already done with spiritual manipulation.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So our people who are childless, I say they experience a lot of anger, but now here come they have to journey with the doctor, and now this moment they are journeying with the doctor. This is where the doctor maybe discovers that maybe the tubes are blocked and they need to be unblocked, or maybe there is a lot of invasive procedure that have to be done. There is a lot of expensive tests that have to be done, and you can imagine maybe if you cannot afford, you are just left there in your desperation. At the same time, you can imagine you have visited the doctor, and the doctor maybe is telling you, can you describe your sexual life? You can imagine how sometimes embarrassing it can be. At the same time, you can imagine maybe the procedure of maybe getting the sperms, where the doctor has to guide them through, so that maybe if the doctor has realized maybe the man has got low sperm count, and maybe they just need to go and work on them and see what they can do about it so that they can help the couple. You can imagine all that, and whatever it really makes them feel, that feeling of emptiness, hopelessness, and even some of them, they are just there in denial, not accepting they still have a problem, but somehow they are journeying with the doctor. Sometimes they even have to go through several operations. Maybe someone had maybe a cyst, or maybe they had fibroids and they need to be removed. You can imagine all those procedures that have to be done on them, and you are still wondering, by the end of this, will I still be able to conceive? Then again, maybe sometimes a doctor need to put them on maybe fertility pills, and maybe some of them are even expensive, or maybe to a point where the doctor decide now maybe we can go for what we call IVF, which is also expensive, and they still have to invest in all this to see if they are going to get a baby by the end of the day. And sometimes these procedures are not 100%, so sometimes you'll find maybe the doctor has done all that and it has failed again, and the couple has just been left there wondering, do we try again? Do we not? Do we have enough resources for all this? And they are going through all these painful moment and painful journey of their life, and we as a society, we are just there judging them so harshly. Instead of standing with them, we keep commenting and judging them, and asking even the man, you can't get mpango wa kando, or the lady, can't you not get another man to see if it is going to work? Instead of now supporting them, and they are facing a lot of pressure from outside.
We are coming back to the society.
Yes.
Before we continue,
could
be childlessness being a kind of what do you call it? It's something generational. Is it possible to have a family whereby this thing it's like a family setup, or genetic or something like that?
The way we started, I was saying someone can be in the process of being created. Some things can be missed in the equation, and you might find, just the way you can find someone doesn't have a leg. Someone can miss a uterus. Someone can miss that ability to produce the sperm. Why? Because something was missed during the creation. And you might find there's a family where in the line of that family, there's always one person who has a problem.
Okay.
There's always someone. Maybe it can even be genetic, or it can be inherited in one way or the other.
You know, when you come to realize, honestly, I will not be in a position to have a kid.
Yes.
And it is confirmed
Yes.
medically
Yes.
in all procedures.
Yes.
How is one able to cope with the situation?
The reason why we are doing this show today is, first of all, to tell you that you are not alone. There are several other families or several other women, or there are even several other men who have a problem like yours. If it is low sperm count, if it is not even being able to produce those sperms, there are several other men with the same issue. If it's about you not having the uterus, you are not alone. Why? There are several other with the same. And if you can maybe even visit the hospital, you can understand that there are people with the same issues like you. So first of all, do not judge yourself so harshly, like there's something that you ever did, it is the one that has caused you the childlessness. So do not, first of all, judge yourself badly. At the same time, it's good for you to manage your stress, because when you are so much stressed, even if there is a way that maybe you can get a baby, it's like you are pushing the baby away. Why? You are so stressed. Therefore, it's good for you to be able to manage your stress. At the same time, it's good for you to accept what you cannot change. If you don't have a uterus, and you know for sure you really can't carry a baby and you can't change that, you need to accept. And then if there is something that needs to be done, you can work on it. That is, whatever that can be changed, you can cooperate maybe with the doctor. Maybe there is something the doctor needs to do. And if your finances allow, you can cooperate with the doctor to a point of maybe you can be able even to hold the baby later in the future. At the same time, we are saying that even if you are childless, there are people who have been childless even for many years, but after so many years, just like we were saying, Sarah managed to get a baby after many years of being in marriage, and even Rachel the same. So what we are saying is you can also think about the option of adoption. And you know, adoption doesn't mean that you'll never get a baby. No, it's just about you shifting the energy. Why? Like, you know, for us women, we've been born with that nurturing spirit in us. We just want to take care. Therefore, you can shift that nurturing ability where you take care of another baby. You bring that baby to your home. And when you bring that baby to your home, you shift the energy and you are taking care of the baby. And you know what? There are people, after adopting the baby, they became less stressed. And later, they even started having babies, because it doesn't mean that because you have adopted you'll never get a baby. It's just about shifting the energy, and we are saying that it's good for you to accept what you cannot change. If the doctor has said maybe you can't really get a baby, it's good for you to accept so that you also become less stressed. Yes.
When we talk of adoption as an option,
yes,
and maybe one partner is for adopting because he or she knows that I'm not in a position to have a baby, but on the other side is aware that I'm in a position to produce.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Now here comes a contradiction between the two.
Yes.
I want to adopt.
Yes.
He doesn't want to adopt. Why? He's aware he can get the babies.
Yes.
And I know there's nowhere I'll ever get a baby.
Yes.
But now we come to adopting.
Yes.
How does the couple go about this issue?
Okay. First of all, the two of you must be in mutual agreement, and that you want to walk the journey of adoption. And in Kenya, we have Adoption Society of Kenya, where you are able to get this baby in a legal way. I know there are those other illegal ways, like someone might come to you. I remember I met a couple who had agreed with someone to come and sell the baby. I'll sell you my baby, you give me 20K, and then I'll give you the baby.
It is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember telling them, you better go the legal way, the right way. Go to the Adoption Society of Kenya. You'll get the baby from the government, and the government will be able even to follow the baby. And if you're not happy with the baby, they can assist you to walk through the journey. You'll be taken even through the counseling bit, so that you can be told what is expected of you as parents who are just about to adopt a baby, and then you'll be assisted now to get the baby. But both of you must be in agreement that we want to adopt the baby. We want to bring the baby to our home. Therefore, it's good for you to know there is a legal way of adopting the baby. Yes.
Tabitha, there was an issue to do with the society.
Yes.
Which is well known by mocking and bringing all sort of words.
Yes.
Where are we as a society with the childless people or couple?
I know, especially because we are African, that woman who doesn't have a baby is really judged harshly. Sometimes they don't even think that the man could
be the
problem.
Yes.
And I know in African setting, they had a way of taking care of this person who cannot get a baby by getting maybe a brother to assist the woman to get a baby.
And take over.
And it becomes like a family secret.
Yeah.
And what is happening in our society, we really judge them so harshly. And maybe the mother-in-law is there telling the lady, you just came here to eat, or you just came here to finish the money of my son. And it's good for us not to judge them harshly, and to know that being childless doesn't mean that you will never have a baby or you cannot continue with life. Yes.
Now, you being in the area of medical field,
yes,
at the same time being a counselor.
Yes.
And I believe these are the many cases that you normally have with the client.
Yes.
Worries you are, no, I don't want to say the final word,
yes,
to this couple,
yes,
or rather an individual,
yes,
who is suffering from they don't have a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I would tell the childless couple, there are medical solution. Why? There are people who could be experiencing a medical problem that just can be sorted out, maybe a simple issue. The doctor just need to work on it, and maybe you end up maybe getting pregnant, or maybe if it is that IVF, the doctors, our doctors in Kenya are well able and equipped to do all that. So it's just about a walk with the doctor, so that the doctor can help you. And what I would really tell you, if you start maybe taking the mitishamba, the herbal concoction, there is a danger. There is a danger to your kidneys, there is a danger to your liver, there is a danger to the system of the body, or maybe even blocking the part of the tubes maybe that were not even blocked. Why? Because they are so toxic. Therefore, I would recommend maybe seeking medical advice. At the same time, you've had the emotional part of it, and that's why we are saying that even counseling will help you to walk the walk of barrenness or the walk of childlessness, so that you can be assisted to cope with being childless. Yeah.
What is your parting shot?
My parting shot is that dear family, do not give up. There are many beautiful things about your life. Just the way I started, Naomi means pleasant. Therefore, Do not condemn yourself and say, I'm Mara, or you are that bad name that you're putting on yourself. Remember, they are beautiful attributes of yourself. You can shift the energy. You can continue with life. You can look for something to do about your life that is so good. Thank you.
She was Tabitha Matekwa, and for sure she has really taken us through that journey. It is not too late. Maybe whatever problem it is a minor thing that can be handled medically. Follow the instructions and do the right thing. Until next time, I am always your host, RK Favored. Bye.
Walk with me.